All right, so I believe I am live and of course here on YouTube and from my car. I'm in my front seat here outside of the theater. This is a, let me see. Oh, yeah, that works pretty good. This is my non-spoiler then spoiler review of Jurassic World Dominion, and I would love it if someone can let me know uh, as far as hopefully my sound is good. Okay, if you could let me know in the chat if my sound is good, that would be great. And I put this light on because it is a little dark outside. All right, I paid a discount price for my ticket. I'm a movie club member at Cinemark, and I caught the afternoon show of Jurassic World Dominion. Has anyone seen it yet? Has anyone seen it yet? And let me know if you can hear me, if my audio is good. If you can, that'd be great. Awesome. Hey, good to see you, the Melvor. All right, great. So let me just give you my little non-spoiler reaction. Not yet. Hey, Gary, let's go for non-spoilers. I didn't see the last one. Of course, I've seen all the original ones from the 90s all the way up. And let me tell you, oh, cool. Hey, JP. Let me tell you, I was really surprised how good this was. I wasn't expecting much, especially from what I heard from other people. So I went in there like, okay, well, it was either Lightyear or it was either this. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I really loved a lot of what they were doing. And so love what they were doing with their old characters, with the new characters. I loved some of the exotic new dinosaurs, and I'm wondering, I have to double check, and if someone can check for me, I believe there was a Quetzalcoatlus, big flying dinosaur in it, and if I believe that's what she said, and if it is, then I was just totally blown away with that. I was totally blown away with that. So if anyone could check that for me, if you can't, that's fine as well. I'm going to check later on because that is the big, feathered serpent dinosaur, whatever, in the Mesoamerican mythology. All right, so it was a lot of fun, great moments. It was shot great. I love how there's now the old characters from the 90s, the characters of Chris Pratt and Dallas Bryce Howard. Sorry, I always get her name mixed up. From the last two, and a couple of new characters. So I love the distribution of kind of just screen time, what each character was doing, their business. There was a payoff for each character. It moved well. There was one action part that I didn't like too much. Other than that, it really picked up once they actually got to this Jurassic World. Everything else before it was kind of like old hat, and then when they got to, for me, the movie really picked up pace when they actually got to the new Jurassic World area. What else? So yeah, visually there was some really cool stuff. I was surprised that there weren't a lot more dinosaur action. Honestly, it was a lot of character stuff going on, in the facility that they were in, which was fine because the action of the characters and their writing, hey, I was in. So what else? Without any spoilers, I will tell you that this movie and Top Gun remind me what Star Wars could have been, the sequel movies. And it's such a shame to see, for us diehard Star Wars fans, to see. It's great for Jurassic Park, Top Gun. It's fantastic to see how they balance the lore of old characters and new characters and mix it all in, which they did not do obviously in those Star Wars films, but from Disney. This if you're a real like diehard fan of the first two movies, especially the first one, total fan service in the best way. With Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and the great Jeff Goldblum. It harkened back to that time. Then it was on purpose. So on that level, that was really satisfying. So let me see if you guys said anything here in the chat. Okay, audio is great. All right, you guys are just hanging out. All right, so that's my non-spoiler reaction. There's now some really good films out there for you guys to check out as far as escapism, action. Let me just also, speaking of escapism, there was no messages in this movie. There was no, there wasn't anything like that. If there was one new character who I believe she alluded to liking redheads. It was cute. It was in the action, and that was it. So it's like, okay, all right, well, she likes chicks, whatever. Like, her character, the new character, for me, ended up being so good. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but it didn't linger on that. There wasn't anything, kind of just, I don't know how to explain it. It seemed to work within the story. But again, it wasn't an agenda. It wasn't part of any, message. There was really none of that. If anything, the message of how this company can get away with what they got away with, that was kind of a big deal, and kind of telling for companies and governments nowadays with all the shit that they're getting away with. Okay, so let's see what you guys have to say. Yes, your sound is good. Hey, Jedi Bill. That's all I could find. Some pics. Was it in the theater? Glad you liked it. Kitty Bear. Yes, I saw it in the Cinemark. We talking about cinema? What movie we talking? I just saw Jurassic World in the Cinemark movie theater. I paid matinee price. I'm here in my car. I have not left. I don't want to drive and do this. And I didn't want to be out there, doing this as well. You said you found some pics. I don't know what you mean by that, but it's good to have you guys here. So, yes, I did yesterday. Okay. Oh, you saw it. Great. How did you like it, Jedi? Did you have a good time? Are you a big fan? I'm not like, I was a fan of the first one, and I'm a fan of the original actors. Hey, kids. Hey, theme park. It's been a minute. Okay, so let's get into some spoilers of this film. I have to tell you that for me, there's a thing that I have for Dallas Bryce Howard. I keep forgetting the actress's name, Howard. I find I can't take my eyes off of her. Every time she was in this movie, she just demands your attention, and for me, she was my favorite. She was my favorite, and that's saying a lot because they had all the old timers back. Now, the story is her and Chris Pratt. I was pointing out your typo in the title. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay, Kitty Bear. Yeah, it's so hard to do that when you're on your phone. I will fix that afterwards. Okay, so story is Chris Pratt and Howard are watching over this girl who's got some sort of DNA solution to what is happening with the dinosaur locusts that are wreaking havoc on all the crops. But they're not wreaking havoc on the crops that this biosyn, created crops. So it is a very dark company. Hey, Jedi Bill. It's a very dark company trying to kill our food chain. Yeah, that's not fun. That was like a little too close to home right now. Hey, R2 the Icky, how are you? So the bad dudes are after this little girl and her DNA, but then they also pick up the baby raptor that's been hanging out in the same area as Chris Pratt. So we find out that the bad dudes are connected to biosyn. Now, Laura Dern and Sam Neill get the message from Jeff Goldblum, who's already in biosyn. Say, hey, come on to biosyn in Italy. We have the Jurassic World there. There's some shady things happening. I'll get you in. So they all meet up there. Chris Pratt and them are hunting down their daughter, who's not their daughter, the blood daughter yet, but like has been raising, her. And they're in Italy. They're kind of tracking the bad dudes who have the girl and who have the baby raptor. Now, there's a moment where there's an exchange of the girl and the baby raptor with the bad dudes and the people that are flying them out to Jurassic World in Italy. It's kind of like the midpoint. And this pilot who owns the aircraft that's going into biosyn, she sees a little girl like in exchange like this, and basically decides she knows something really bad's going on. She knows about the raptor. She's delivering the raptor to biosyn, but she didn't know about the little girl, and that you could see it doesn't sit well with her. And this pilot, this woman, she becomes part of the cast. She becomes part of the new characters. And I didn't like her at first, but she grew on me as the story went on. I was like, oh, she's pretty good. She's pretty good. And she had some fun lines. She had some good moments. So they all meet up at a biosyn for different reasons, right? And basically, I'm gonna cut it short. Laura Dern gets the DNA sample of the locust so she can expose the company, and with the help of Sam Neill and the help of Jeff Goldblum, who's, let me tell you, man, when all three of them are on screen and the stuff they're doing is so cool, man. It is what we wanted for our Star Wars people back, with the films. I was so happy to see that. They even had the music going on. That made me feel good. Jurassic World, I'm back. I'm feeling good. It's escapism. The new characters are, again, Chris Pratt. They're trying to get reunited with the little girl. They're trying to get reunited with the baby raptor. George Lucas is here. What's up, George? I love your work, man. I'm telling you. So, listen, at the end of the day, right, they all get reunited and they have to escape that Jurassic World. So, it's not much of a wow new storylines, right? What really works for me is that each character saves each other. Each character has something to do to get to the objective of leaving. There's no one hero. There's no Mary Sue. There's no, this or that. It was like the whole group coming together to get the hell out of there with a couple of new characters. You know, the bad dude was kind of like this snivelly, you know, he's a leader of Biosyn, kind of like, you know, intellectual type. He did really good at being a jerk, and he got his at the end. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. The film was very much Ellie's story arc, just like Lost World and Ian and oh, okay. Is it King Kong versus Godzilla again? Because I'm surprisingly okay with that. Uh, James, good to see you. All right. No, there's some cool monster scenes at the end. I was surprised at how little of that there was, but it didn't bother me. But there was some badass T-Rex versus other people. Other animals. I want you to save it for. Now you're saying it was very much Ellie's story. Ellie's Laura Dern, right? I mean, Art to the Icky. It wasn't just her story though, and everyone had major purpose in this. Chris and Howard to save the kid. That was their new family. Laura to expose the company. She was, trying to save, the giant ostrich raptor is creepy. Yeah, dude, I don't want to blow it for you. The last fight, there's a giant ostrich raptor, and he's got these long ass tentacles, sharpie fingers, very Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands dinosaur. Edward Scissorhands dinosaur versus T-Rex. That shit was good. That was good. That was, I really, and again, I didn't see the one before. So, I saw the first Chris Pratt one. That was all right. This was definitely a lot. The band's all back again with the new characters and the old characters. Really, there wasn't much to ask for. I love the way it was. I love some of the shots. There was a nice shot of all our heroes departing, and boarding the plane towards the end, and each character was like kind of hugging each other, doing this and that, like kind of like a little bro hug with Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum, and it was shot. The angle was up, so everyone was walking in the camera. It was a really nice shot. So what was his name? Colin Trevorrow. He really did it. He did a real fun job. And but the OG three of them in the first year, well, Ellie's very much highlighted in this compared to the other two. I'm not saying it was negative. I'm saying it was a positive. Yeah, Jedi Bill, I really enjoyed it. It's a fun summertime movie, and like the first two original films. Totally good, totally fun summertime film, guys. Art to the Icky. Yeah, I had no problem with Laura Dern and her character and her story. I know Tom doesn't like her. I wonder if he doesn't like Tom of Midnight Dinner. I wonder if he doesn't like her because of her acting, or maybe because she was so bad in The Last Jedi. I couldn't figure that out because I'm like, yeah, she wasn't bad. She was just being that character. So I absolutely love Jeff Goldblum as Ian Malcolm. I could watch that character like, I could watch that character for hours. What does Tom ever like nowadays? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to touch that one. The new trilogy is good, fun film series. You know what, Jedi Bill? Thanks for saying that, because I didn't see the middle one. Now I'm going to see this new one, the middle one. He isn't a fan of her. Every year she says she gets worse. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, is that Tom did say that. And, I mean, Holdo was a character it was a lineup of awful characters. Holdo wasn't just awful. Everyone was awful in that film. Everyone was awful. Let's just be real. Everyone sucked. Let's just move on. But I just love seeing those three on screen, man. I love seeing those three. Uh, I love some of the action. Again, I was surprised how much people action there was into, that had nothing to do with like the big dinosaurs out there in Jurassic World. But I was fine with that. And again, this is a great escapism fun. Okay, so I definitely recommend it. It was a lot of fun. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best, I want to give it a strong. I give it a strong 7.5. Absolutely. And I even like the new female character. I really liked her. By the end, I really gravitated towards her. I don't know what you guys thought of the female pilot. I thought she was fantastic. I thought her and Chris Pratt were fantastic. They had good business together. Howard Faree was the winner. She has my heart. She's to me. There's something about her eyes, something about her features that are so. I'm just like taken with her that I could watch anything she does. And she was really good being that mom, and being, trying to survive. Because at one point, and it was a great scene, their plane is going down. And Chris is like, you're going to have to take this one ejection seat and escape because you're the only one that's going to have the parachute. That was a great part. That was really cool. That was so cool because when she had jettisoned and it had she got the parachute out, it was the point of view was right here like this. So it was like all this action going like this. Yeah, Bryce was like, and you were just seeing her reaction, and then she started being attacked by all the pterodactyls and shit, and they fucked up her parachute, and you felt it, and it was one continual shot, and then they cut, so you don't see how she lands. That was great. That was great because she had to eject out of the plane because the big Quetzalcoatlus was attacking the plane engines. That was fantastic. All right, let me see what you guys have to say in the chat. Oh, Bryce, is there high heel running in it? The pilot, yeah, I like the pilot, bro. I like the pilot. Yep. Yeah, we got Dotson here. I hate heights. That scene freaked me out. Yo, did it really? Yeah. That scene was filmed so, because she's being dropped from the top with the parachute. That is a really anxiety scene. It was great. I did not see any high heel running. At first, I thought the pilot was in like high heel boots, and then they like showed another shot. She just had these like some boots on, because I was like, does she have high heels? That looks kind of lame. Bryce was not in high heels. Everyone was wearing boots. Okay. Let's just put this in with our list of other movies in comparison of other movies that I want to recommend and keep recommending. What's still out there in the theaters? Everything Everywhere All at Once with Michelle Yeoh is 10. That is my favorite movie of the year. It's tied with Triple R. Triple R is a 10. Triple R is still in selected theaters. I strongly recommend you see it in a theater if you can. Put your, go to their website and put your zip code and see where Triple R is playing. Top Gun, that's a 9 for me. That was a great time. That was a it was a very emotional, very satisfying action film. What else is out there that I can still highly recommend? It's leaving the theaters. I just did a review. It's called Vikram. 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 It'll probably be on Amazon really soon. If you love The Expendables, if you love Con Air, I highly recommend Vikram. What a kick-ass movie from India. Okay, what else do you guys have to say? Let me see, and then we'll wrap it up. The random dude on the moped that gets eaten by. Oh, yeah. So yeah. Okay. So I will say that there was that one action sequence when they're in Italy and they escape the black market. The black market for me was kind of the lamest setup in the whole movie. It looked a little hokey. It looked a little, it's a small world. You know, I didn't buy it. No one in there really was scaring me. They all seemed kind of silly looking. But when they took off and Chris Pratt is on his motorcycle and these two raptors are after him, that was badass. That was badass. It's in the trailer, but there's a lot more you missed. So he's driving, and at one point, you run into these other big dinosaurs, and this one guy who's this innocent bystander on a moped. They just eat him up. there was a couple of those. Also, too, BD Wong, it makes appearance as Wu. He was in the first one. He's got a little pivotal role. There was also, hey, Art to the Icky or Jedi, did you guys catch that Barbasol shaving cream canister? Did you guys catch that? Let me know if you caught that, because that was a direct homage to the first one. Great. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So those are the movies, you know, that's out of the theater. Recommendation to the throwback to the OG film. So cool. Again, the magic and the emotional of the three original guys getting together was totally satisfying. I like the new characters enough. So I give it a 7.5. What films? I'm not crazy about Doctor Strange. I can't really recommend that film. It's still out in the theaters. Top Gun is fantastic. Triple R is fantastic, and we'll see what's out there coming on next. The next movie I'm going to review is going to be Terror on the Prairie. I want to check it out this weekend, and I do have a film from Mexico I want to see and recommend, or thumbs up or thumbs down. It's a horror film called Even Tigers Aren't Afraid. So I'm looking forward to that film from Mexico. All right, well, I want to thank everyone for hanging out and being here. If you're just getting here, check out the full review. Shaving cream, yeah. I want to thank Jedi Bill, Arts of the Icky, Kitty Bear, the Melvor, George Lucas, James Esparza, who's a member of the channel, Theme Park Casual, JP for stopping on by, guys, Gary. I want to thank all you guys for stopping on by. I did 2 live streams earlier today. You know, one on some Indian movies, the other one on Kenobi with Tom Conkle. So please check that out. And oh, thank you, Art to the Key. Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna also do a review on the first 2 episodes of Miss Marvel. I saw the first one. I gotta tell you guys, I find the first episode of Miss Marvel very charming. Very, very well done. And again, was not expecting that. Billy Pilgrim, thank you, man. All right. Good to see you here. And X-Wing. I've always wondered what's Polly's car look like. It's my nice Corolla S, man. You know, the thing with my car is I got it from a cousin I bought, and in the last year I have put in a few $1,000s of repairs, and it is now a great car. It's like 10 years old now, but now it's like it's a very valued possession because of the great mileage that it has. So I absolutely love my car. You know, I take care of it very well, and you got to take care of the things that you have, man, you know. So yeah, what else do you guys have to say? I was worried Polly will star in Lethal Lightning's Retards and Cars. What the fuck? I heard the writing of Miss Marvel is better than Kenobi. Oh wow. Now you open up a can of worms, man. I'm waiting for the episode to be released before I check it out. I did the same for Hawkeye. Um, uh, I haven't seen episode 2 of Miss Marvel, but let me tell you, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with the writing. The directing was slick. The actors were all really, really, you know, I was really taken with them. And the lead is, she's really good. She's really good. And the guy, the kid who plays her best friend, he writes all the gadgets. Polly's reaction. Let me see. Oh wait, all right. Polly's reaction. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna head on home. I have some dinner waiting for me. I wanted to just hit that review, and you guys take care of yourselves and be kind to each other. And I will see you all very soon. All right, bye.